Guys, macro pattern traders, let's talk quickly about BTC. Weekly candles in about 7 hours. CMEs are going to open up in about 5, 6 hours, give or take. So what I think is about to happen? Let's talk strictly about the pennant first, right? Everyone's bullish that it's a bullish pennant. I get it. Pennants follow the trend, right? So if the trend is bullish, since we're trending up, right? These things break up. We're all in agreement there, right? But it's a weekend, guys. Volume is a little bit low, so the market makers can paint any kind of pattern you want. Because look at the flip side, right? Let's look at the flip side, guys. What does this look like to you? Does this look like a pennant that breaks up or breaks down? Right? What does this look like to you? Doesn't this look like it does this? Right? And then you will target first trouble area somewhere over here. And then go back down, retest this, and then either do this or retest this and go back to all-time highs, right? It makes sense if you're looking at it from the flip side. You're waiting for the breakout, you buy the retest, and then you target the first trouble area, which is this, right? So let's go back. Again, I get it. We're consolidating under all-time highs, and if this thing does happen to break out and break up, it's going to be a massive move. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop over here unless it's a fake out and then it just dies afterwards, right? So what's above us? We have our monthly open. Monthly open is red. We have our monthly open. Let's memo that real quick. I'm going to make this video quick, guys, because I don't want to be repeating the same stuff over and over again. I am short biased, by the way, but I'm hedged. God forbid that things don't go my way. I'm hedged, but I'm very heavy in short. So if this short doesn't pan out, I'm going to be a little bit upset. We had a 3-jet pattern, which I'll paint really beautiful right now. We had a 1, we had a 2, now we had a 3 top, which comes down to be 1, 2, 3-jet pattern, and then we had a break in structure. Because if you look at it from previous, right, guys, if you look at it from previous, every single structure held and made a higher high. Everybody on Twitter is, yeah, I'm crazy for shorting. This guy invested $150 million. Yo, Stugatz. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not an investor, guys. I'm a trader, right? So I'm playing it level to level. If I'm wrong, I'll just buy the breakout and call it a day. It's very simple. I don't know why everyone gets so emotional. It's just freaking trading, man. So you see how every time we double bottomed or triple bottomed, we just kept going up and up and up. Well, look what happened here, guys. Supply stepped in. You can't ignore this, man. You cannot ignore this. This was a pretty serious nuke. Now, whether this was a shakeout or not, I don't know. But for supply to step in here and do a 16% dump down to 16,000s, that's serious, guys. After a 3-jive pattern, but hold on, this is the best part about it. So the 3-jive pattern that we have here, oops, right, 1, 2, 3, was all. If you look at our RSX, our indicator. All lowers, man. RSX was dark red the whole time. So when you get dark red with a div, you know that you're short biased, right? When you get dark green in the Stoke 2, you punch your longs, and then you hold until you get back to dark red. It's a very simple concept. When you get dark green, then you just hold it, right? Dark green, and then you just hold it. So dark green, just buy and hold, don't talk, don't even look at anything. The Stoke bottoms out, buy it and hold it. Stoke bottoms out, buy it and hold it. The color coordinated visuals are dark green is for being bullish, dark red is for being bearish. RSX crosses are very bull, right? Even on the top side or the bottom side, we're very bullish. Even when we got a RSX cross on the top side, we died. The Stoke over under is very, very bearish, right? Over under. So we went under and we retested it, and now we're over here again. So one or two things are going to happen. Either we're going to go back up or we're going to die. But ideally what I'm looking for is to get this type of pattern play out over here. I want this to come down and give me dark green. Again, I want this to come down and give me dark green. So if this thing happens to go up and becomes dark red again, I'm just going to double down on my short. I wait until we get dark green. Well, XRP is freaking flying. Hold on, guys, because I'm in an XRP long right now. I'm scalping. So if XRP is flying, BTC should follow suit. That means that XRP, yeah, it looks pretty decent. A little bit more upside. Okay, let's see what happens. So ideally, one to one, yeah. All right, and put an alarm. Actually, I don't even care to watch it. All right, so basically, where are we right now? We had a break up from here. We hit this cluster. This was our previous consolidation zone down here. All right, let's get rid of this real quick. So we had a previous consolidation, broke above, created a structure. We went up, 3-drive pattern, nuked. Buyers stepped in over here, right? This is the previous breakout, and now we went up, and now we're creating a structure that looks bullish, bearish, whatever it looks, right? Whatever it does. So what am I anticipating? Well, guys, there's a huge void here, right? So I'm anticipating that it's going to get filled out. I'm not saying that we're going to go down to 10,000, man. Just grab your Fibonacci levels from top to bottom. Open up your 5, open up your 6, and just look at where you have the most confidence. Where's your CME gap? What color is my CME? CME is black. Go to your 1 hour. Right here. So CME is right there. Let's close this. I don't need this. So CME gap. Alright, so now you have confidence, guys, to retest this structure. And now what happens after this, I'm probably going to go long, and I'm going to target a lot higher, right? So now, if things go well, this thing should dump somewhere down here. First area of interest is going to be here. For example, something like this. And then dump. But overall, we should go somewhere down here. What I don't want to see now, again, this is a simple just Fibonacci OTE zone, right? But now what I don't want to see, strictly looking at price action, so we had our div, our 15-minute div. We bottomed out here based on the 1 hour oscillators. RSX did a cross. It's very bullish. We went up, consolidated, came down, did a retest. That's your buy signal. And now what I don't want to see is, I don't want to see this thing going above that. I don't. Now if it does happen to go above that, I'm going to be a little bit more concerned with the shorts. And then my next area of, let's just call it, I don't want to see it getting above, is the 19.5. I don't want to see a candle close above 19.5 at all, 0 at all. If you do a strictly extension level from the 1-to-1, we have the possibility of going to 19.7. It's a 1-to-1 extension, which will put us somewhere over here, right? At this liquidity zone, right? But I wouldn't want to see us get a candle close above the 0.78 at all. 0. Actually, I don't even want to see us get above the 3. This is enough for me to say, yo, what are we doing? I don't want to get above that. Take your microstructure, and where do we cap off? We capped off at the 0.79. Now take your structure from the top. No, I don't even want to do that. It doesn't make sense to it, because we have a lower high. So this is the structure we're playing with. We're playing with this structure over here. Right here. This is what we're playing with, right? Let's delete everything so it's more clear to you guys. I'm playing with this structure. This is my high, and this is my low. That's what I'm playing with right now. I'm ignoring this part because we're completely under this. I'm ignoring this whole factor right here. So if things go according to plan, we want to take the fib level from the top of this wick to the bottom of this wick, and let's get rid of the 5 and the 6. It's already above that, and we do not want to see us get above. Oh, we have the 0.82. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. 0.8, very important. Yeah, we don't want to see us get above from the microstructure this over here, which is going to be this little OB over here. So if you delete everything, take your. That's it. You don't want to see us get above there at all. Structurally perspective, micro range. So we had an OB, went up, went down, created a low. This is your range that you're playing with right now. So if this happens to be a deviation, we have no business going back up here, right? This is just basically cropped down. But until we lose this wick over here, we have the potential of going back up, right? That's just the way it is. I think it's going to be chopping around for a couple of more hours. I don't think that we're going to resolve this for another maybe 12 hours or so. CME, when the CME is open, we're going to get a better idea of where the price wants to go. overall. Again, if you're taking strictly extension to extension on the 1 hour, more likely than not, you target the 1-to-1 and the 0.718. Yeah, that's the way it works. So, meaning like the first, you get above there. If you get above that breakdown area, that should be, these 3 fibs should be your take profit zones if you're scalping along this structure. All right, 4 hour. Still looks like if a breakout's about to happen, it's gonna be massive. To me, this looks like a descending more than a pennant, you know. So I want to fill this whole void down here. I know I already said this. Let's look at the oscillators. The longer this takes to dump, the worse it is for oscillators, because everything is going to reset. A 4 hour bounce like this off the band is no bueno for me. I need to see rejections going down. 12 hour, beautiful 12 hour rejection, similar to how this rejected over here. To me, this is the same play. See how we had dark red down here? Dark red. Again, this is coming from a top. Dark red is a top. I'll go up, retest dark red. Same thing. So I'm anticipating that we are somewhere over here. And that's what I want to happen. And then we dump if things go well. And then we accumulate. And then we have a massive 2021 run up. So a repeat of this, but all of 2021. Right? Let me see higher time frame. Daily. A little bit of a gap. I don't like it. Maybe a retest is happening. Otherwise, everything still looks good. So it's a 2 day. I'm sorry. Let's say the daily. I'm sorry. Disgusting. Everything still looks like shit on the daily. 3 day. Doing the retest as we speak. Cross down. Looks terrible. Look, the red line over here, the red band is a sell zone. So it's 21,000 to 19.9. The bottom of the red over here is the 19.9. The top of the gray, which is part of the sell zone, is a 21.7. It's a cool indicator that's able to predict pricing. It's going to be released sometime next year. We're not done developing it yet. A little bit worrisome of the 4 day trying to bounce off the signal like this over here. I don't like it because this led to a massive move out, you know. But we are under the Stoke the way we are over here, so that gives me confidence that we're going to get rejected. 5 day looks like shit. This is a clear top pattern. Whatever poke we get should end up getting slapped. We curled, which is beautiful. We're under the Stoke, beautiful. Weekly. 2 dot pattern. You get a 3 dot pattern like this, it's game over for the whole trend. Red dots, 2 week, no bueno, nothing for me to. Yeah, I see the 2 week still wants higher. Yeah, this is overall. This is gonna go higher. Overall, macro wise, we have a lot more room up. Whatever dip we get, buy it. Buy the damn freaking dip, boy. Buy the dip. Don't argue. What am I looking at right now? 1 hour. Bottom, retest. So potential to go higher. See, bottom, retest. Dark green is a bottom, guys. You see dark greens and crosses, you long them. You don't question it, you don't ask, you just long it. Obviously you need confluence, right? But see, bottom behavior. This leads to a top like this. Leads to a whole top like this. So that's what I'm expecting now. By the time this thing goes up, by the time the trend line, which is the blue line, goes up and flips down, it might take a couple of hours, man. You know? Whenever you bottom out with the Stoke, with the trend line, the blue line, it resets the whole Stoke. What else did I want to tell you guys? Alright, let's talk about signals. 3 day. Wicks, actually. More likely than not, guys, this wick gets filled. The most bullish scenario will be that we sweep this wick, reclaim it, and send it. But it's a big wick, man. Most likely this thing gets filled. You see? It got filled up to there. At least half of it will get filled. Hopefully it does it on this one and at the next one. Excuse me, I didn't have my coffee, guys, so I'm yawning. Signal wise, let's talk about from weekly and down. So let's go to Binance. Binance is my exchange. Bitstamp sucks. Alright, so we have a weekly sell signal. with a potential cross. I like the odds. We have a 5-day sell signal with a swept high. Yeah, I like the odds of that. Over under, Stoke is under both lines and it's dark red. That's very bearish. The RSX is about to curl, similar to how we curled over here, and how we curled over here. This is a three top pattern. What do I mean by that? One top, two top, and then third poke, whatever that poke does. Let's look at the predictive pricing. The middle band, which should offer some support, like the way we did over here, and then we bounce back up, is going to be 17.9 to 18.1. If we go to the buy zone down here, it's 14.9 to 16.7. I don't think we're going to go down here, guys, but you know, I'm just going to give my options out there so you guys can tell. The first band, the first support is green, is 16.7. The second support is gray, is 14.9. Right, so if we do happen to get in here, we're probably going to get a bounce off the first green line. We're not going to go down here. I doubt it. We're too bullish for that. What else? Let's turn the swing mode on, because swing mode is more important to me on a higher time frame. If you take the extension from the bottom to the top, or from the 2 points, which are 1, 2, 3. Everything is pointing to at least 17 sevens, give or take, down here. If you want to target the CME gap, target that zone over there. Now, if this thing does happen to break up for whatever reason, right? Assuming that this, for some weird reason, breaks up because somebody bought $100 million worth of... I didn't want to put it down here. I'm going to do it the way I would normally do it. Look at this. Right? So this is our structure, and we broke the structure. So you want to extend this? Awesome. But either way, we broke the structure down here, and now we're going back above it. So if you want to target, you want to get a target for the higher perspective from like a macro, extension to extension, extension to extension, you're talking about 21.9, 21 flat, 20.3 as a wick death. But I'm not shorting this if this thing breaks out. I'm gonna wait until I get at least a 15-minute div, and then I'll short it. Right? I'm not. If this thing breaks up, I'm gonna wait until I get at least a 15-minute div, and then I'm gonna short it. What else did I want to show you guys? Macros all look like they're gonna probably do another run up. Weekly, well, monthly. Let's stand, because yeah, like guys, let me show you something, man. I'm not trying to be a bear, because I'm not. This asset is very bullish, right? But if you saw this, so this was the breakout. If you saw this, right, on an alt, on a 1 hour time frame, wouldn't you tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna wait until the breakout retest takes place, and then I'm gonna long? So if this was the breakout, this is the breakout, wouldn't it make more sense to wait for the retest? Right? Because if this was an altcoin and it wasn't Bitcoin and everybody wasn't so freaking, you know, let me just post bullish engagement tweets so I can get followers because I want to be popular on Twitter. You will post this as a regular altcoin, stating that if I'm playing this structure over here, I'm waiting for the breakout and I'm going to buy the retest. Right? I'm going to buy the retest. So, where's the retest? That's what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for the retest to happen. If the retest comes, I buy it. This is going to be my retest, 2019 high. But also, I want you to know that I do have bids down here. I'm not betting on this happening. I'm betting on this happening, though. But I'm not betting on this happening. If this is a wick, I have stink bids down here. But I'm not going to say I'm not opening up any longs until this happens. No, it's a little silly, guys. But I do want to get a retest of this right here. Looking at structure perspective, TMA bands, everything is gray, man. It's not good when things are gray. See, from green it went to gray. I don't like it. Usually you want to be green. See how beautiful this green middle time frame band is? Because we have logic that it says that the trend is green. I don't like it when we turn gray on the higher time frame, man. Let me see the trend bars. Trend bars. We're black. Jesus Christ. Daily. Ooh. Daily's like mixing. 2 day. Is that a black candle or is that a white candle? What is that? Oh, it's a white candle. Yeah. What to say? 4 hours black probably. Yeah, 4 hours black. Black means usually down, or if you got another move up like this, it's a fake out, right? You're black, consolidated, break up, fake out, and then you just die, consolidate, break out, get above here, and then just die, right? Similar concept, similar. Right? Even if you target up here, but I don't want to see this thing go up above 19.5. I don't even want to see it go above 19.3, truth be told. So from a micro perspective, if we lose alright, a candle close under here confirms that my thesis is right. We're going lower. If we lose this structure down here, for whatever reason, if this thing gets lost, we're going to 13, 14,000s. Ideally, we should expect a solid move up from here if we're bullish, right? So if we do happen to go down, that's what we should expect. But when we go down and we retest this zone over here, this is going to become resistance. So when we do happen to go down, if we go down and we break under this and we hit this and we long it, if we happen to go back up and retest this and we don't break above it, we're going to 13 to 14,000. If we break back above this, we're going to 20,000s easy without a question asked. You don't. If you get back above, if you break under this whole zone, this whole support zone, and we get back above it, we're flying. What else did I want to show you guys? I did that. I did a wick. More likely than not, that wick gets taken. We have a lot of structure. See, this to me, it's gonna get revisited. There's no support here. This was just a bogus move up. Not a bogus move up, but there was basically little support that was built over here. So if we happen to come down, whenever we come down here, don't be surprised if we get a wick somewhere in the zone. Why? Because we have a lot of inefficiencies on here, right? We didn't really build anything. We just went up, and this is the first time we crashed. So let's be honest, guys. Look at the lows. Let's grab that one. Let's grab that one. I can't picture us coming down here again. These wicks indicate, wicks like that in a straight line indicate that a lot of buyers stepped in there. Look at the oscillators. We definitely bottomed out there. You see that? We bottomed out there. If you look at the, yeah, we definitely bottomed out there. RSX too. When a daily RSX turns green and crosses, look, COVID, don't mess with that, man. That's a freaking long and a half. See, the daily only crossed 2 times in the last 8 months. COVID was one, and the next one was in September. I want my third one. When I get my third one, I'm going all in, and I don't even want to talk about shorts until we get back up here again. Right? That's what I'm trying to play. If you have the RSX, the RSI, it's strictly a swing indicator, or you can use it for scalps too. But the best indication is when your high time frame, daily, 12 hour, 2-day, 3-day bottoms out like this and it turns dark green and it crosses, that's your buy signal. And you want to hold it until you get a top cross back down, right? So that's what I'm expecting for Bitcoin. I don't want to make this video long for no reason. We have a lot of untapped area down here that needs to get filled. I don't know if it's going to do it or not, but right now we're playing with this structure, which is 16,000 and 19,000. And then within this structure, if you go on the 4 hour, we're playing with, where's my 18K? Where's my 18K? Right there, 18,000, and that's it. So within these top range bands, we're playing with this small structure right here between 19.6 and 18,000. So we break under this, we're going down. We get above this, we're going up. Right? Makes sense? So, one second, guys. Let me see who's just texting. Sorry about that, guys. I had a call. So that's what I'm expecting to happen. Again, if you look at it from the flip side perspective, from the inverse, right? One could argue that this is a bullish, but again, over the weekend patterns, guys, they're not that. You can't really just trade it off them, right? So what could possibly happen, right? And then we target this cluster over here, and then come back down here, retest this. If we get back over here, down here, if we get go like that, right? So I mean, there's lots of ways to play this. I'm banking on the fact that we're gonna go down. Everyone's banking on the fact that we're gonna go up. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but whichever direction this thing chooses to go, it will be massive. It will be massive. It will be at least a 15 to 20% move. You know, yeah, give or take if it goes down or if it goes up. We could potentially go do a fake out and go back up. Look at the liquidity for a second, guys. On the 1 hour, because this is the most important thing right now, right? So we always coil before we break out. We always do 25, 50, 100, 25, 50, 100. So the move is about to happen within the next maybe 12 to 24 hours. I don't think we're going to get down all the way here, down here. I think that once we tap, let's assume that once we tap the, hold on a second, guys, 1 second, I'm sorry, man. Sorry about that. So yeah, when you do happen to coil up pretty tightly like this and you go for all the liquidity runs, your next move is within about, say, 4 to 12 hours. Ideally, say, just give it 24 hours. But by tonight, we should know direction. Weekly close, CME is opening up again. I'm betting on the fact that we're going to go down. If we do happen to go up, it's going to be a fake out back down to the low side. So eyes on the 25S on the 1 hour. There's no reason for us to get above that. If we do happen to go for a wick, we should reject instantly and go back down. Also, don't forget, guys, monthly open is at, say, 19.7 as well. A lot of confidence in 19.7 area. And we could also go strictly for this liquidity here, right? I just don't want to see it get above the previous rejection at all. I don't want to see it get above here. Let me close the liquidity. Hide the labels. I don't want to see it get above there. I want this thing to just roll over. Go under this. Consolidate. And then keep dumping. I know this is the deviation. So maybe another touch over here. And then consolidate and then just dump. I don't want to see it go above that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any questions, feel free to DM me. Also, one more thing I want to tell you guys from the TMA bands. 1 hour is up here. 19.468. 1 hour is at 18.6. So I'm just letting you guys know, more likely than not, it did it before on the bottom here. I posted it. You see how we did it over here too? It's going to either tap, reject, or tap and bounce. We're going to get one of these two taps within the next, say, 4 to 6 hours, right? 4 o'clock? No, within 6 to 8 hours, we're going to get a tap on the 1 hour TMA. So watch the 1 hour TMA. 1 hour TMA. Watch it. Cheers, guys. DM me if you have any other problems. Thank you.